morning, Sri Lanka. Welcome back to the show. You're here with Wasam and I, and we are speaking to the lovely Kishani Jayasinghe, and she's an opera singer. She's down here in Sri Lanka for a short while, for 1 month or so, I would say, Kishani.
Just over.
Yep. And she's here for a very special show as well, which we will speak about, where you get a chance to see her. One of the first opera singer, actually, from Sri Lanka to sing in the Royal Opera House in England. And we keep repeating that because it is such a huge deal.
She's a big deal. She's a very big deal.
Right here on the show. But she's such a nice lady, and we've been having a lovely chat with her.
And Damaya, we've got pictures.
We've
got little stage moments.
And the things that you've done. Right.
We've got little stage moments from
there we go.
Kishani's
So this
journey.
is, okay, let's start with this.
So
This is?
I find this one quite interesting. It's like, give me your money.
I know. This is this is from the Marriage of Figaro. And this is when I was playing the role of Susanna as a young artist, and this is telling Figaro, my other half in the show, that, you know, come on, face up, you know, tell me where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
What
right.
about this one? What about this one?
And that is Inez from Trovatore.
It's a very emotional
yes,
shot.
a very sad moment, because my friend is having a very unhappy time, and so I feel very sad, of course, as well. So I'm empathizing as well.
And you look
And I
gorgeous.
think
Beautiful clothes, you see.
this one's,
Yes, it is. It's every girl's dream, actually, to dress up and
look at
be
this
in
one,
front of
Amma.
an
I'm sure you
audience.
love this dress.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That
this
is
is
gorgeous.
also from Figaro, and this is when after there's a wedding. So it's this is after the wedding, and she's
Are you the
singing.
bride in this
Yes,
picture?
I'm the bride.
You're the bride in this picture.
and sort of singing to for Figaro to come and find me.
And this one?
Yeah,
Very
and that-
glamorous shot there.
Yeah, it's very much in situ. So this was also during the show. So this is a character called Madame Cortese from Il Viaggio a Reims by Rossini, and it's sort of an ensemble of singers, and you're inviting each other and you're having a laugh. It's really quite a realistic moment.
And this is what language was that in?
Most of these are in Italian.
Italian?
Yeah.
There you go. So accomplished speaker of Italian as well on the show with us this morning.
I had to learn. I had to learn.
This is the last picture that we've
Yeah,
Oh,
again,
wow.
this is Figaro, but a different character. So this is the Countess,
Okay.
a role that that you tend to graduate to, I think. But this is one of my favorite characters in all of opera. So this is in her morning attire, as you do, and then the evening attire is the one after that.
Okay, so opera. When it comes to opera,
Yeah.
you said there's acting involved as well.
Yes.
So the entire thing is based on singing, right?
Yep.
So what's the main difference between an opera and a musical?
I would say a couple of things. The type of singing is different, because the technicalities behind it are different. Because in musical theatre you would amplify it, you would have close-up mics, you would have conversation. In opera you do in a different way. You never amplify, you never have mics. So as I said before, you are the instrument, you are the amplifier, you are the entity that carries the sound. So the way you sing is different. The
see.
technicalities, because you have to project your own voice.
I see.
Nobody does it for you. And again, we do have conversation as well, but it's done in what we call recitative. It's sort of sung speech. So
what?
Recitative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a tongue twister there.
Yes.
I didn't even want to repeat that.
Recitative or recitativo, as we would
Okay.
say in Italian. So it's sort of sung speech.
I see.
And you have similar things in musical theatre, but again, it's the physicalities of it, because they would have probably a lot more vigorous dancing, and I have the greatest respect for musical theatre singers, because
see.
singing
Broadway
is hard work,
is-
but Broadway
yes.
is really
Different world.
because you've got to be able to sing at the same time as do all these incredible backflips and splits.
They're not required to do
We don't have to do backflips and strips, probably because the dresses are too big most of the time. But there are now more modern directors that tend to have.
And also when it comes to musicals, the kind of music in musicals differ from musical to musical. There are different kinds of genres. There are rock musicals, different kinds of for example, Sound of Music would be completely different to Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yep.
Or to Blood Brothers, or to Les Miserables.
Yes and no. As in that, I would say the storyline and the sort of emotion and the passion behind it, maybe.
Yeah.
What the musical requires.
But the genre is different.
Genre is different, but the singing is, I would say, similar style, because it's that same way that you would sing, so that you could, you know, pick up with a mic and it would carry it properly. Sorry, you were going to say.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to ask you is, when it comes to opera, is it just one genre?
Well, in the sense that opera in itself is a genre. So within that you have different types. You have the contemporary operas, you know, there are people who are writing operas now. We have other composers which, you know, we consider contemporary, but really, you know, maybe 50 years ago is when they wrote. What we consider modern is about 50 years ago. And then, of course, you have the classics, which is, you know, the 16th and 17th century, and the very classical composers. Then you have what they call the verismo composers. So there are sort of subdivisions within it, and people who tend to specialize in one more than the other. Of course, you have incredible artists, you know, like Maria Callas, a very famous opera singer who had the ability to sing everything, and we do have similar singers who can do everything.
But what's your favorite
type of opera? I love the verismo opera. So I love operas by people like Puccini and Verdi. I mean, I love Mozart. I have to say it's part of my heart and soul as well. But I think the passion of Puccini you can't match. For me, because it also suits my voice type, I think, more than it's the color and the depth of color that you can get in this type of opera, which I think is my forte and what I love doing, because so it suits me, and it's sort of, you know, handy that I love it too.
Okay.
Definitely. So I know what I'm going to go back home and do this morning. I'm going to go on YouTube.
Oh no!
And type in Kishani Jayasinghe, Puccini maybe, and then see what I can find and listen to it, because I really want to hear this.
Sure.
That's I mean, I would invite our viewers to do the same as well. We're giving you a very short break right now. Maybe you could do it then if you have your smartphone or your tab nearby. But we'll give you a small break to do that, and we'll be right back on Good Morning Sri Lanka with more of Kishani Jayasinghe.